Hi guys, I am getting set up for what it should be a really interesting live. We are going to have some time at the end for chat. So if you like chatting, if you want to get to know me a little bit better, um, that'll be a good time to do that. I don't know why my screen is wonky. That's okay. Hello. How are you? Oh, I forgot. I can't see you. Or maybe that's me. That might be me. Um, I messed up. I don't usually mess up, but I messed up. Why did I do that? Hello. I don't know if we're going to have, we have 9 people. We had 95 people in the last live. So I'm hoping. Hello, Roger. Okay, so this is going to be a shorter live, unfortunately, because through no fault of my own, the time that I was going to spend working on the live was spent helping a neighbor, which I will never, if it boils down to, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this, but if it comes down to helping somebody who needs help versus live, I am going to spend it helping somebody. I don't know if I actually help them or not necessarily, but um they needed help, so I gave it. We are talking about another plant today. We're going to be talking, man, I wish I had a way to put pictures into my live. I just don't know how to do it. Today, we are talking about scouring horsetail. This is another plant that is, as a species, is super, super old. Like, we're talking older than me, older than anybody on the earth. It's been around for a very, very long time. It dates back to the Devonian. I didn't even spell that right. Wow. Some 350 to 416 million years ago. So right about the same time that the ferns that we talked about earlier are coming into being. Now, they are a living fossil, very much like one of my favorite fishes, the coelacanth. They haven't changed all that much. Well, maybe they haven't. Because at one time, this plant would have been the size of a tree. And carry me through, we will get to that. I promise. We will talk about what it scours. Before I get to that though, how is everybody doing? I feel like I don't talk to you guys enough. Like we get through the topic and then it's like bam, bam, bam. But I hope everybody's doing good. These plants have hollow stems, and the stems within them actually contain silica. And if you were to feel one of them, one of those stems, they would feel very rough. Bye, Roger. And another thing you'll notice, no, definitely not. So this plant doesn't look like it has leaves if you were to look at it. Hi, Leia, 2Ps in a podcast. How are you? You have a podcast. That is so cool. Awesome. Love to hear it. I would love to do a nature podcast. Finding somebody to do it with that knows the subject matter. Oh, that's okay. We all start. I still consider myself a small YouTuber. And I am compared to some. I have 1,781 subscribers. So I will always be a small YouTuber. I don't know where my people are at. It seems like lately, I think because people are just crazy right now with life. But anyway, getting back to our plants. So the plant does photosynthesize, and It's basically a green reed looking thing that doesn't have a lot of branching on it. It's basically a green stem, but it's the stem that actually does photosynthesis. Now, supposedly, the ancient Romans actually ate this plant. I do not, under any circumstances, suggest that you eat it. However, it does have its uses. You can use it to clean dishes. You can use it to exfoliate your skin. And there's around 30 different species of horsetail. They are a plant that likes their feet wet. Word of warning, though, they do, well, because it's rough. It has silica actually in the plant, and so all you're doing is basically rubbing it across your skin. And it is, I have felt it, it is very, very rough. They do form colonies. Absolutely, horses, other animals should not eat this plant. It can actually kill a horse. So, yes. There are supposedly 229 chemical compounds that are found within this plant that can be used for medicine. If you have not seen this plant before, carry me through. There's actually a house not too far from where you live that has, to the north end of their property, there is a stand of equisetum or horsetail. And like I don't like using, if I was to grow this in my yard, I would have it in a container. This can be found across different ecosystems. Oh, that's so awesome, Layla. Sorry, are you guys still there? So that is the top of it. And you can see the little black. Those are the dividing section thingies. I sound so technical right now. But they reproduce via spores. And they get pretty tall. That's okay. You have the memories of it, though. And that's what counts. And nobody can take that away from you. So this is what it looks like dry. And it has been used in some places as sandpaper. What I love is I love their sound, like their calls. I could listen to that literally all day long. This plant was a polishing item. In Japan, they would use it to polish different items, wood, potentially. So it is found. It is even used, by the way, to shape clarinet reeds. It would make for an interesting it's not going to like add what's the word I'm looking for? It would add to the garden. It's not going to add color, but it would add a diversity to the garden. So these things, if I didn't say it, because my brain is a little bit everywhere. Yeah, it grows all over the place. It is not necessarily native to the United States. It does grow here, though. It also grows in Europe. Probably into well, we know it grows in Asia, but it has a pretty good range, and it has different uses. So just none of them are necessarily edible. Like I would not go out of my way to harvest that unless I were doing something like rubbing, like sandpapery, polishing stuff, or maybe for my skin because, skin's important. Trying to think what else I have. That's basically all I have on it. I don't usually go this short, but I had some time that I had to help I had to help a neighbor with an issue. So I did. And now I'm like, I ran out of time. So questions, comments, ideas. Layla, tell me about your podcast. What made you decide to do a podcast? And what is it about? I'm learning about as I gotta look that up. Is it ASHWAGANDHA? Yes, ginseng. Ginseng is another plant that, yeah, has benefits. It's said to. I'd never heard of it. Where is it? Oh, it's native to the Middle East and North Africa. Southern Europe. It appears to be a nightshade. Very interesting. It's been used to treat hypothyroid. disorders. Oh, used in alternative medicine for hypothyroid. So for people who have a tendency towards weight gain or dependent or so it stimulates the thyroid. So I my take on that sort of stuff is they're great. They're awesome. Um Being able to use native plants are awesome, but you need to be careful because the wrong plants can mess up if you're on other medications. Knowing your dosage, because everybody is different, and what might work for one person may not work for another, and so you got to be careful. I still think even with alternative medicine, which is great, research beforehand, and if need be, talking with your general practitioner, also a good thing, because or your pharmacist, find out, does this plant possibly interact with other medications? And maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's great. A lot of plants were used medicinally. Yes. Um, the hard thing, I think, is knowing the chemicals in the plant. If you can get that. I don't know if my parents are. I don't know what's going on. That's weird. Um, but for sure, research. Well, you what you don't want to happen is, for instance, I was on if well, let's not use me. If you're taking a medication for your heart, a good example is this. I have my body responds really well when I'm sick to grapefruit juice or to grapefruit, period. But if you're on certain medications, that juice can lead to too much of the medication being in your body at once. And that can be a bad thing. Excuse me. So you want to make sure that um you are figuring out what's good and what's not. I forgot that I have to do videos today. Yup. Thanks for coming in, Layla. It was much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. Awesome. Um, Thank you. I don't know if it's coming from outside, but it sounds like somebody is running a drill. And it's annoying. Um, I can't tell if she did. Hi, AJ. How are you? So, for those of you who are coming in, we finished talking about our plant for the day. So this is the, I guess, open chat time. You can ask me questions. You can chat. We do all things nature on my channel. Yeah, all things nature. The next live is going to be Friday. I believe we're going to talk about one of the zoos in the area, or one of my favorite plants. Oh gosh, I don't know. One of my favorite plants is Indian pipe. It is a parasitic plant. I believe it's parasitic. It does not produce chlorophyll. Very bizarre looking plants. Like if you saw it, you would think, well, it's got to be something, but it's really, really cool. If you're from the United States, Canada, that's where you can find it. Oh, it looks like one of my friendly spiders is out and about. I wonder what brought her out. Um, I make it a point, if I have spiders in my room, I do not kill them. I do not mess with them. No. It's a little house spider. I leave them be. She doesn't want. I don't even know if you'd be able to see her. She's vanished. But Indian pipe is definitely one of them. A plant that I find to be really interesting is manchiel. No, that's not right. Maybe it is. And my pronunciation is just really bad. Oh, I spelled it wrong. So, literally, This is one of these days I need to talk about this plant. This plant, there's some plants that just scare me. This is one of them. And the other one is Gimpy Gimpy. Whoops. And giant hogweed. Those are the three plants that scare me to death. To death. They are just horrible plants. Like, I don't get it. Manchineel plants or tree, you can't even sit underneath it. Gimpy Gimpy has hairs like a nettle, and if you touch it, you will not be happy at all. There are names for for that plant that I can't even say on YouTube. And giant hogweed is another plant. If you get the juices on your skin, you will pay for it, big time. It's just they are just that bad. And there's probably others that are just as bad. But those three are my top three. If you see those plants, you need to run in the opposite direction. Another one of my favorite plants is Jack in the Pulpit. If you live in the eastern United States or the Midwest, you may have heard about Jack in the Pulpit. Another one is groundnuts, and we're not talking about peanut. Although it is a legume, it has edible tubers, as well as I think of in some places a bean. I do love plant. I love ethnobotany. Ethnobotany is like the study of plants and their uses. So, for example, edible medicinal plants. Oh, yeah. I also love reading about like fruits and vegetables that maybe we don't use here in the United States, but are used in other places. That sort of stuff. I even forage a little bit. So, no, I will not use it. I will not use poke salad. Nope. And I will never. It's okay. I will not use poke salad because, one, I don't trust it. I don't trust myself to get it at the right time. And you have to get it at the right time, or it's not good for you. Thank you, AJ. I don't even know what I'm I need to look because I don't remember. I need to look and see what I'm doing for videos tonight. Hi, AJ. I need to look and see what I'm doing for video for tonight, or for tomorrow, I should say. American Lotus. I can do that. I feel like we get 2 plants, and then everything is animals this week. Oh my goodness. Evidently, I'm tired and I had a nap. Well, we're going to see if nobody comes in the next little bit. I might sign off. But it seems like every time that I say that, that's when more people come in. Have you noticed that? Like I'll say, "Oh, we're going to stop live," and then somebody else will come in. I'm hungry too. I think I'm gonna have chicken strips. We're having our our reunion for high school is coming up. I am not going. I enjoy quite a few of the people that I went to school with, but I just don't have the money. So that's not happening. And I'm not going to ask for somebody to pay my way. I have to take care of my own. And my own means me. I'm trying to see if there's. I was just looking at some stuff. See if I could find anything to talk about. Well, since there is nobody else coming in, I stayed to myself too, but I still had friends. Anyway, I am going to go. Have a great night. Thanks for coming in. Have a great week. I will see you guys Friday at 1 p.m. Unless I decide to go live, an extra live on Thursday. I don't know if I will. I will talk to everybody later. Have a great day. Thanks for coming in. Love y'all. And I will see you in the next one.